All right, all right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game between Focus versus Arling. Part of the reason why I'm laughing so hard just right off the bat is um, people have been talking about, like, you know what, I hope your audience grows. I'm like, yeah, I do too. It'd be great. Warcraft 3 Reforged would be absolutely awesome. And you know what? I've been doing this. Been doing this for 10, like over 10 years, right? And my wife goes, yeah, over 10 years. I'm letting you do this, and it just makes me smile, to know that after so long, I still get some enjoyment out of this, and I'm having a lot of fun. Just need Blizzard to treat him like the casting royalty he is. Unfortunately, all of the people I know or I knew at Blizzard, I don't think they work there any longer. The only person I've talked to recently was actually I'm talking to David Kim. He was part of the StarCraft 2 team. I knew Dustin Browder, Chris Siggety, a lot of those people. They at least knew who I was, and at BlizzCon would actually stop and talk to me. Aside from David, I don't think any of them are at Blizzard anymore. And then all of the PR people, I don't know if you guys knew that Blizzard actually had a round of layoffs earlier in 2019, and that was much more of the community fan base sites and the esports sites that on that end. So a lot of those people that I got to work with in the past. Yeah, I got a lot of people I got to work with in the past. They're no longer there. Yeah, David Kim is working on Diablo 4 now. He told me he was on the Diablo team like years ago, and I'm just like, oh, and he just kind of looked at me, and I'm like, yeah, I know what that means. I know you can't say it, but yeah, you're on the Diablo 4 team. So he's working on the Diablo 4 team, and he is still a very, very strong competitor in any strategic game. Like he picks up any strategy game, and he instantly breaks the ladder almost without really putting that much time into it. The YouTube algorithm just needs to recommend you more when Reforged hits. Well, that I will get recommended more if more people watch me, right? If I get more likes, more thumbs up, things like that, I will get recommended more. So definitely leave a like, leave a comment, watch the videos, and yeah, and it will definitely help me out. That's one way you guys can help me. Just watch my videos and be the great community that you guys already are. Blade Master sitting off over here, picking up a Claws of Attack +6, has a Scroll of Speed and double healing salve. Meanwhile, back down to the south here, Death Knight gonna go ahead and clear out this creep camp, picks up a Mantle of Intelligence, and now finishing off these Sea Turtle hatchlings. First watcher, and I learned English from you very well. Well, thank you. Thank you. I gotta say, if I don't know, maybe there must be a market in too bad YouTube isn't in China. If there was like a market for YouTube in China, perhaps, you know, Warcraft 3 is really big in China. They could be like, hey, watch Crota, learn English as you watch professional Warcraft 3 players. That's the market that I need to do. No, ESL Warcraft 3. All right. Anyways, let's take a look at this. Blade Master is still wandering around here, has a Circlet of Nobility. We are teching the tier 2, already 3/4 of the way done, 2/3 of the way done by the Undead, as we're looking at, well, what the Blade Master can really hope to do here. Concealed Hill, normally a map that really favors really favors Orc, as Orc units generally has a lot of hit points, and they're able to heal those grunts and those units off over there. All right, Tome of Intelligence quickly going to get... Oh, no, is it going to be picked up by the Blade Master? No, Death Knight picks it up. Blade Master now getting damage onto that Death Knight here. Death Coil to try and save or finish off a unit, as this last, well, a Kobold could get taken down. Crypt Fiend also joining in on the fight there. Skeletal Minion could get taken down. Kobold actually doing quite a bit of pathing blocking, causing problems as well. The Blade Master finishes off that Kobold there. All right, Death Knight purposely staying close to that Fountain of Health. And this is actually something I never really considered for Undead. Normally, the Death Knight doesn't have that many options for healing early on. Having a Fountain of Health for that Death Knight allows that Death Knight to actually get into a little bit more dangerous situations and still be able to heal back up and not have to wait for obsidian statues. We are already taking the tier 3 by Ling, and what tier 3 what that means is, well, we should be getting up a Lich here in just a moment. The Lich is perhaps the most important hero in the matchup. Getting that frost armor on that Lich really drops the amount of damage that the Blade Master can deal. Not only is the additional armor helpful, but the slowing of the attack speed on the Blade Master drops the overall damage output quite substantially on that Blade Master. And it may also be one of the reasons why the Blade Master often, well, leaving a Tome of Intelligence behind here, often goes for Lightning Orb. Lightning Orb incredibly helpful as it can proc and debuff that frost armor very, very quickly. Alright, Death Knight now trying to slip away here, ensnare onto a skeletal minion. More damage to be had. A little one-shot pop of damage onto the Blade Master to make sure that it no longer gets healed by that healing salve. Skeletal minion off to the north here to do a bit of scouting, and we are seeing Focus go for Bat Riders. Alright, Bat Riders is not normally the unit you would see in this matchup. At least not a unit that you would expect your opponent to try to be teching to. There's that Frost Armor that we mentioned earlier. That Blade Master now significantly slower as we see Dust of Appearance there. Alright, Blade Master could be in a world of hurt right now. Death Coil onto that Blade Master. However, Blade Master able to get away and also use the healing salves. Posting on Yoku or a fan base on QQ would get you tons of new viewers. I don't even know how to post on Yoku or QQ, but that might be interesting to try and do, actually. Anyways, let's take a look at this. Obsidian statues are going to go ahead and get trained up. Troll Bat Riders in the air by Focus, as the Shadow Hunter now out onto the field as well. Now, are we going in for Liquid Fire? That could be a potential strategy here. If you get Liquid Fire and you're able to deal damage and stop your opponent from haunting that gold mine, that is absolutely huge. Normally, there's only one Nerubian tower, and the Blade Master is, well, trying to take down this Ziggurat right now. Blade Master, well, going to be forced to wind walk away. You can see quite a bit of damage. Blade Master going to wind walk back, and let's take a look. Where are those Troll Bat Riders? There they are off to the side, and we are going for that Liquid Fire. I would have thought that would have been researched much, much earlier, as it is just going to delay the amount of time before those Troll Bat Riders can actually try and engage. A very, very heavy harassment strategy, and what Liquid Fire does, it prevents the building from being able to be repaired. So this 950 hit point gold mine is going to be taking taking siege damage, and then also not being able to be repaired with only one Nerubian tower, which is a bit too far away. If you also take a look, these Crypt Fiends may not even have web as of yet, and if this stunts Ling's economy enough, that would be huge. Alright, let's take a look at the timing now. Blade Master, Shadow Hunter doing a bit of creeping. Level 3 now on that Shadow Hunter. Liquid Fire about 10 seconds away from being done, as we're looking at Ling clearing out the center creep camp, which is a red creep camp. It is very highly exposed, but drops some useful items. All right, in comes the units. Let's take a look. Troll Bat Riders spots all of this. Let's take a look, and here we go. There is that damage right there. And one Nerubian tower. The range on those Troll Bat Riders is actually rather low. And if these two Troll Bat Riders actually finish off this one particular haunted gold mine, this could potentially be huge. All right, it's already down to half-life. This Troll Bat Rider going to back off. It's going to switch targets, and now this Troll Bat Rider should be trying to re-engage here. Not quite sure why it isn't doing that. Scroll of Town Portal, as the Destroyer now going to go ahead and try and chase. Troll Bat Rider is just going to go ahead and suicide onto the Destroyer and say, okay, how do you like them apples? As the Death Knight army now currently stuck. The Undead army now currently stuck, as Ling is forced to unsummon this Tomb of Relics in order to get out. All right, are more Troll Bat Rider is going to be added in. And no, we do not see that. But that was a brilliant, brilliant strategy, forcing your opponent to use a Scroll of Town Portal to come back, try and save it. Ended up unsummoning a building, has to resummon the building, lost a destroyer in the process, and well, now being forced to repair this haunted gold mine so that that strategy cannot be rinsed and repeated again. Here we go. Kodo Beast, Tauren Chieftain out on the move. Blade Master. There is that orb of lightning that I mentioned, that purge ball, so to speak, as we are looking at, well, plus 12 damage on that Blade Master. Claws of attack plus 12, major damage there. And you see a quick, well, purge onto that unit there. All right, Destroyer trying to stay alive, does end up staying alive. There's a big stomp. There goes one Crypt Fiend. Blade Master still battling it up. Howl of Terror across as the Pit Lord joins in on the fight. So Howl of Terror and going up against the Tauren Chieftain, rather interesting matchup as both sides want to be in the midst of everything. There, oh nope, Crypt Fiend gets saved at the last possible minute. And that Blade Master only sitting at level 3, still dealing major damage with only double critical strike. Oh wow, 222 critical strike right there. Blade Master getting up to level 4, and you see that sudden jump in damage. Lich now out onto the field as well, as it's going to try and perhaps get a little bit more damage through. There goes the Pit Lord falling at level 1, and units are falling left and right. Death Knight trying to slip away. Blade Master going to be forced to slip away as well, as the units are going to go back to their respective corners. Focus sitting at 48 over 50 compared to 43 over 50. Orc, however, is establishing an expansion here at what I'll call the 11 o'clock location, and now the Troll Headhunters are going to be able to fight right next to this this one fountain of health. Kodo Beast, however, is digesting a ghoul, so that is, well, revealing the location of the army to his opponent. Let's take a look back across over here. Destroyer is going to go straight after that Red Drake. Red Drake should get taken down in no time, since this does deal magic damage to a heavy armored, negative armored unit. And there goes that Red Drake, even though it was above a fountain of health. Rune Bracers given to the Death Knight, making him a little bit harder to focus down too. All right, Rock Golem now down. Shadow Hunter is here. We're going to take a look. Some units will all get finished off. There goes that Forest Troll High Priest. Last unit alive here. Blade Master and Shadow Hunter both sitting at level 4. Leaving, well, is he going to leave behind the Manual of Health? No, Blade Master picks up the Manual of Health. Tauren Chieftain out onto the field. Endurance Aura adding in faster attack speed for that Blade Master to kind of offset that Frost Armor. Lich making its way over. Destroyer making its way back. Undead ER-Ling has 4 units mining away at this gold mine. 12,170 versus, well, that means that this has been up for about 30 seconds, or yeah, 30 seconds longer. And well, we are now going into a Temple of the Damned, I believe, as the Blade Master are going to go ahead and try and engage. Are we going to see a Purge? Yes, Purge onto that Crypt Fiend. Crypt Fiend does end up getting saved. Death Knight trying to get in position. Are we going to get a stomp? Yes, we are. Destroyers can now just devour magic onto some of those illusions as well, or perhaps go after the Troll Berserkers. The Berserkers could end up, well, let's take a look at that. Oh, the Berserker ending up getting body blocked, or the Kodo Beast getting body blocked by his own Berserker. Another Howl of Terror. Major drop off in damage. -8. -8 damage here. Major debuff as all of these units look to back up again. All right, -6 armor. So that is, what is that, a 30% in damage reduction. That is absolutely huge. Troll Bat Rider is able to dive on in, and now we can take a look. Well, this one tower could end up trying to take down the Troll Bat Riders down to 50, down to 41. It looks like, however, this is going to end up falling first. Troll Bat Rider should end up surviving, and now, well, Banshee, the temple, is going to get taken down too. All right, coming back around, Destroyer is right there. Shadow Hunter is there as well. No repairs. Are the Troll Bat Riders going to perhaps try and suicide themselves onto a Destroyer? That is the next follow-up question. A big stomp right there, followed by a healing wave. 1 or 2 more shots. Down goes the temple, as we could see these units trying to head back. Frost Nova finishes off one of those Troll Bat Riders. All right, 2 bases to 1. Howl of Terror could be used here in just a second. 249 critical strike from a level 4 Blade Master. And, well, it's not even at level 3 critical strike yet. Tauren Chieftain can also heal back up. Blade Master can engage easily. There is that Orb of Lightning onto that Destroyer. And, well, there goes a suicide run by that remaining Troll Batrider. All right, no, you are correct. There are no Raiders as of yet. 1 Raider now getting trained here. We're looking at 2-0 upgrades. Major upgrades right there. And we'll see how all of this is going to be unfolding next. Peons are hard at work. 2 bases to 1 right now as ERling tries to reestablish this expansion here at that 5 o'clock location. Shadowhunter, Tauren Chieftain here, ready to go. Kodo Beast also on the move. Tauren Chieftain on the move as well. We are looking at ERling. Let's take a look at this. About 5.5 minutes of mining left. No one has taken that center expansion. And I like odd number of bases on a map like this. It means that this center expansion is worth so much more if you are able to hold it from your opponent, or and you're able to mine from it while your opponent doesn't mine. You will guarantee be up a base since there's nowhere else your opponent can try and expand to. Tauren Chieftain Illusion is right there. Not going to matter very much though. Let's take a look. Are we going to even see anything happen? Nope. It's just going to go ahead and disappear. All right, Raiders are now joining in on the fight. Blade Master joining in as well. Raider dealing, well, siege damage should be more beneficial here as the slaughterhouse could end up getting taken down. If the slaughterhouse is lost, that is going to be a major setback and perhaps a reason to focus down obsidian statues and abominations even further. Shadowhunter. Well, Shadowhunter really been using Healing Wave. I don't believe I've seen Serpent War. Maybe there's been a Hex or two, but it is difficult to spot as Raiders are now making their way back down. Raiders are not upgraded, but the War Drums perhaps going to be enough. +6 upgrade, well, 2-0 upgrades, then an additional +6. So that is, what, a 20% damage increase across the board as the Death Knight now trying to swing back as well. Kodo Beast dealing some major damage as the, well, Pit Lord now chases after all of these units here. Are we going to perhaps see a Howl of Terror, Death Coil, Frost Nova? And at this level, they are able to melt down those units like they are, well, made of butter. All right, 2 Kodo Beasts out in the center portion of the map. A watchtower being established by Focused. And what this means is that Focus is going to be trying to set up a base here. Pocket Great Hall also being added, 68 over 70 of supply. This is going to push it into 70 over 80 supply. And if these peons transition over, maybe even just move 2 peons over now, that is just a late or more mining off on the other side there. All right, Tauren Chieftain. A little bit of a swipey swipe from that cleave. Tauren Chieftain now backing away. There goes an ensnare onto that Pit Lord as the Crypt Fiends are going to be ready to engage. All right. There's that Great Hall. It is coming to an end. More damage getting added in. Death Coil, Frost Nova almost finishes off the trailing attack from the Lich. Not enough. Perhaps a healing salve could be used on it as the Headhunter, well, finally gets taken down there. All right, there's a quick Hex onto the Death Knight. Death Knight follow-up gets ensnared. Are we going to see a Stomp? Potion of Lesser Invulnerability used instead as the, well, the invulnerability shakes off that Stomp. Death Coil trying to save the Abomination, but not going to be enough. Headhunter's massive damage reduction as we're going to see, well, there goes the Blade Master. Blade Master actually broke free from the Hex because of the Purge and is now able to head back away. Crypt Fiend gets taken down. Kodo Beast is going to try to dine and dash, but unable to do so as the Crypt Fiend able to make its way back out. Headhunter or Troll Berserkers continuing to battle it up here. Another big Stomp getting thrown down. Blade Master finishes off that Crypt Fiend here. Another Stomp could be inbound as there is a Potion of Mana on Focus's Tauren Chieftain. All right, unit's going to be backing off again. Howl of Terror greatly reducing the amount of damage. Also, the Banshee's Curse causing them to miss their targets as the Lich and Death Knight get to level 4. 216 critical strike. Blade Master could get to level 4 here in just a moment as another Troll Berserker gets taken down. The Berserkers 2-0 upgrades. Kodo Beasts are all gone. Howl of Terror once again being used across multiple units. No Lightning Shield onto the Tauren Chieftain as a late or as an in-time Death Coil saves that Crypt Fiend. Units still trying to back away once more, and you can see the damage reduction dropping from a 230 critical strike down to sub 200 after that Howl of Terror. Blade Master sitting at level 4 still wanting to get to level 5 as it has plus 31 attack, and all of this still without a Kodo Beast. Spirit Walkers now getting added in once more, and every bit of gold coming in from this gold mine is absolutely huge. This gold mine about to be mined out. Can you tell us please which microphone model do I use? I use an SM58, not the beta, the classic vocal mic with a quarter inch input, an XLR to quarter inch. Stay on topic. Oh, no, someone asked me. Oh, okay. They're like, hey, the chat should stay on topic. Yeah. I guess this just goes to show you how long I've been casting. I got my microphone set up well before Blue Yeti and USB microphones became the norm for casting, because the industry, there was no Twitch yet at that point, or Twitch wasn't that popular yet. And as soon as Twitch became popular, all of these additional audio equipment was added to support that industry. So yeah, I've been around longer since Blue Yeti. Anyways, Blade Master still sitting at level 4. Perhaps it can try and dive and finish off a couple of Acolytes. Pit Lord sitting with Frost Armor, once again going to be very important. Let's take a look at overall supply. 69 over 70 compared to 75 over 80. ER Ling going to go ahead and try and dive on in here. There is Fortified Armor, no repairs, and I am surprised that Focus would actually be open. Well, no, he is going to be trading base for base here. Blade Master now gets up to level 5, and this is going to be huge. When you are up on bases, you can definitely trade base for base, and we see a 356 critical strike coming in from that Blade Master. Blade Master, 356 critical strike, absolutely huge, and this is with the War Song Battle Drums. No way that I know of to get additional bit of damage, as the Acolyte's now going to just try to expand to the center instead. It is going to take a little bit of time before this expansion is up and operational, so it is going to be a 600 gold or maybe 480 gold swing, no, 7 times 420 gold swing in favor of the Orc, while the Orc is currently mining and his opponent is not. Swinging back over here, 2-1 upgrades. Is the War Mill upgrading anything else? No, it is not. 70 over 70 supply. Do we have pillage? No, we do not have pillage. Thank you for the follow, Death Knight 22, as the Blade Master looking to finish off these buildings here. Kodo Beast in the back. You see Spirit Link across multiple units, and in comes, well, poor Troll Berserker just completely out of position, trying to go after that, that Black Citadel. Not really the target you should be going after. You can see a big stomp there as the units are trying to retreat back. No scroll of speed, though, as the Blade Master could try and engage. All right, Pit Lord trying to chase, as it is going to be able to get in a little bit further. Death Knight now being forced to back up here. If there was Lightning Shield, that Tauren Chieftain Lightning Shield Stomp would be able to do so much damage, but instead, why are you fighting on Blight where your opponent has an advantage? Focus bringing the battle back across here. Howl of Terror across multiple units. Tauren Chieftain does come in with the Stomp, and a lot of damage is going to get eaten through. All right, there goes a disenchant right there. There is a Stomp trying to remove the Blight. As we take a look, a quick Hex onto the Death Knight. Death Knight gets taken down, and with the Death Knight down, well, ER Lings is not going to have an easy time trying to heal up the remaining units. Kodo Beast does get taken out right there. Tauren Chieftain still has a potion of mana, can throw down another Stomp here in just a moment. Howl of Terror coming through, drastically reducing the amount of damage again, but ER Ling still throws the GG. Focus taking out ER Ling in this matchup. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.